Hello, we are moving further in this topic statistics. Now, we want to look at interpretation of bar charts. Interpretation of bar charts. There are times that instead of giving us raw data, what we see is this bar chart. And usually in practice, we represent information on charts like this so that it will be easier for us to decode the information we are looking for. So now, if we are having a question like this, the bar chart below shows the results of a spelling test. So in the bar chart here, we are having the result of a spelling test. So the number of students is written on the vertical, while their marks is written on the horizontal. So the rectangular blocks represent their frequency. So then A part of the question says, how many students scored 0? How many students scored 0? B, what was the range of the marks? What was the range of the marks? C, how many students took the test? How many students took the test? D, what was the mode? D, what was the mode? E, what was the median mark? What was the median mark? So to answer this question, so first of all, you can see the first question says how many students score 0. If you look at my table, you realize on the vertical you are having the number of students and this is the mark. So from here you can see that how many students score 0. You can see the rectangular block for 0. So which is showing that 2 students score 0. So that is easy. 2 students score 0. Then B, what was the range of marks? When you talk of range is talking about the difference between the highest mark minus the lowest mark. Now, the highest mark here is 5. Then the lowest mark here is what? 0. So to look for the range, so that means you're having what? The highest mark minus the lowest mark. 5 minus 5, 0 will give you 5. Then, C. How many students took the test? How many students took the test? To get the total number of students that took the test, we can get this information on a frequency distribution table. So this is the table. So we see that here we are having 2 students that score 0. So 2 students score 0. Then we are having, this is for how many students scored 1. If you look at it, we have 5. 5 students scored 1. So 5 students scored 1. Then how many students scored 2? If you look here, you have to trace it. This is 10. 10 students scored 2. So 10 students scoring 2. Then how many students scored 3? If you look at it here, 9 students score 3. So the number of students that scored 3, we have 9. Then how many students score 4? Look at it, this is 4. When you check it, trace it to the vertical, this is 8. So it means 8 students scored 4. So 8 students scored 4. Then the last one, how many students scored 5? If you look at the table, you check it to the vertical axis. So we have what? 6 students scoring 5. So 6 students scored 5. By the time you add their frequencies together, so we are having 2 students scoring 0, 5 students scoring 1, 2 students scored 10, and 10 students scored 2, 9 students scored 3, 8 students scored 4, 6 students scored 5. So you add their frequencies together. When you add, you realize the total is 40. It means that 40 students took part in the test. 40 students took part in the test. Then the other question, what was the mode? So the mode is the one with the highest frequency. So the one with the highest frequency is 10, happy. So that is what? 2. So the one having the highest frequency is what? 2. So mark with the highest frequency is what? 2 mark. Are you getting me? Thank you. So now the last one, what was the median of the mark? What was the median of the mark? Normally, to make it easier, you can decide the median should be the one in the middle. When you arrange it from the lowest to the highest, though the one in the middle is the median. If you look at this, so if you decide to be writing to make it easier for better understanding, so we're having 2 students scoring 0. So 0, 0 for 2 students. 5 students scored 1. So 1, 1, 1 in 5 places. 10 students scoring 2. So write 2 10 times. Then 9 students scoring 9. Then write 3 9 times. 8 students scoring 4. You write 4 8 times. And 6 students scoring 5. You write 5 6 times. If you count it, so if I count 20 numbers like this, I will stop here. Count to another 20 from the back, I will stop here. So you realize there will be 2 numbers in the middle. So since there are 2 numbers in the middle, you add the numbers and divide it by 2. So our final answer will give us 3. But in case you have only one number in the middle, that number will be the median. Median is the number in the middle. Now, for your work practice, I want you to do this. I want to see how you've really got my explanation. So work practice, the examination results of a class are given in the bar chart below. So we have in different grades. Some are grade A, some grade B, grade C, grade D, and grade E. So these are their frequency. So for those that have grade A, we are having 1. People that have grade B, we are having what? 4 of them. People having C, we are having grade C, 11, like that. How many students took part in the test? You should be able to do that. Then, big part of the question says, the marks represented by the grade are as follows. Grade A, that is of those that score between 80 to 100. Grade B, those that score between 60 to 79. Grade C, those that score between 40 to 59. Grade D, those that scored between 20 to 39. Grade E, those that scored between 0 to 19. Now, if 40 is the pass mark, how many students pass the examination? You interpret it so that you'll be able to understand. Then C, make a frequency distribution table for the bar charts. Make a frequency distribution table for the bar charts. D, how many students scored less than 60? How many students scored less than 60? What is the modal grade? What is the modal grade? F, represent the bar chart on a pie chart. So that means you have to convert the bar chart back to pie charts. In case you want me to help you to monitor your progress, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number 0068309191. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.